So my name is Julie Burton, and my title is Coordinator of Innovation and Farm Lab Development, which is just a very fancy way of saying I run Farm Lab. We are integrating indoor and outdoor education. So we are modeling for teachers when they come that it's not just gardening outside. You can take almost anything you do inside and just go outside because it minimizes behavior issues. Very rarely do we have behavior issues that a simple redirect won't solve because kids are up and moving, they're rotating back and forth. So it's just very different. They're not just sitting at a desk in the same space, the environment's changed, and they have 3 different teachers while they're here. They rotate to all of them. Kinder through 6 all look very different because everything is standards based. So our little kindergartners are here for a day, and their unit is seed to compost through pumpkins. They come in the fall, so that's really fun. At second graders, it's all about pollination, but not just what is pollination, but rather that deep connection and understanding of like pollination is sustainability of food sources. So when they hear save the bees, they understand why it's so important to save the bees and that we won't have food if we don't have pollinators. Every grade level involves a tour of the farm, using the farm as a teaching tool in a different way based on whatever it is that they're learning.
I'm Dr. Kristin Moss. I'm an associate professor in art, media, and design at CSUSM. This is the second time that my art and social change class has collaborated with Farm Lab. And one of the best things about it for us was that we have similar values as institutions. CSUSM and Farm Lab both really emphasize sustainability and education. Most students really do learn better, not only from a book, but also being able to think, reflect, do hands-on work, and then come back together. It's kind of exciting to get to see that arc. I knew that our students had a creative skill set that could really work well with developing some different projects that they have there.
My name is Emily Metke, and I am the lead farmer here at Farm Lab, and I oversee all operations of veggie production and permanent raised bed crop production. A lot of stuff we grow year-round. It is lettuce and carrots. I am a lettuce and carrot farmer here because that's what works best on the salad bars, but we grow a bunch of other things as we work with the central kitchen to meet their needs. So we grow things like corn. So we did a big corn maze for the summer and fall time, and then we had pumpkins for the kindergarten unit, which was really fun. San Diego is actually a biodiversity hotspot, so we have a lot of really unique wildlife that's endemic to the area and a lot of species that only exist here. So it provides a really beautiful natural landscape we get to work within as farmers. And then we also operate on a rotational production, so we're not too intensively farming the same crop over and over again. So what I call giving the soil a break. We use cover cropping as one of our methods for regenerative farming. So that is something we're really building into the crop plan system we have going on here.
The school district uses that farm to provide organic food to each school in the district. But they don't want to just use it for farming only, so they place classrooms here where kids can get intensive sustainability, science, math-related activities that are place-based using that organic farm. This job is my dream job. It's called the Dreams Campus, and it really is my dream job because it's all the fun stuff. So they're getting to do hands-on things, which kids just forget that they're actually learning. Whenever that can happen, when they don't even realize how much they're learning, that's like star.
I describe Farm Lab as a learning experiment because they don't just teach you the same thing. They teach you one thing and then add on stuff. So I'd say it's like a subject that you can keep learning, but in different ways. I think it's been fun so far. I really like how there's not a playground, but there's like hills you can run on, haystacks. And then also I think the teachers are really good at giving you things to learn and teaching.
It's hard not to go with the project for 5th grade, the building a functioning desalinator. We give them, a tin can of salt water and some supplies, and we say, you got 4 hours to build a desalinator that can collect, evaporating water vapor that's salt-free and collect it and measure it, and then try and build a better one. Can you improve on that design and they all do it. They all rise to that occasion, and it's such a great place for like creativity, for collaboration, and for students who maybe don't always feel successful in traditional academic settings to really like find that voice, find that success. It's just unbeatable.
My favorite thing about being on the farm is getting to see all the cool plants. I think Farm Lab is important for students because it will help teach them how to make the world a better place.
Why I think Farm Lab is important is because it's definitely impacted a lot of stuff with kids making sure that they don't waste stuff. I've seen my friends do it after they come back from Farm Lab. They always come and they tell me today, well, at Farm Lab we're learning about saving water or something, and they always and then I go to their house and they're always on me about turning off the water fountain or doing something like that. So it's definitely made a good impact.
Oftentimes we notice the students who maybe don't thrive in the typical classroom come here, and they're able to have that experience where they can really go out of their comfort zone and explore things that they maybe didn't even know they were interested in. And so that's a really fun experience to see that through their eyes and witness it in real time.
So last year we had a very specific art need on site. The whole class worked on a single project that we knew exactly what we needed, and that was start to finish. So for this year, we didn't have a specific big project, but we had a lot of little personalization pieces that just were missing. So we thought, what better way than to have art students come in and rebuild some of those things, whether it's field signage or welcome posters, just really personalizing the space and making it more beautiful and providing more autonomy for the art students to do what they do best and do something that meets their passion this time.
One thing I love about what Julie's doing at Farm Lab is that it's showing kind of a new and different model of sustainability through interconnectedness in the community. A working farm that contributes to the school system, that also is engaging the students in a very hands-on way. It's really one of the most fun things in the world, right? To see students getting creatively involved and having fun doing it, working together outside, working in a different space off campus as well as on campus. And so it's been just a really great time to collaborate with Julie and her staff and Farm Lab.
Design for me is driven by the individual, where it's not given to you. When you're designing, you're the doer, you're creating, it's very open-ended. So for me, it's just a reminder that we have to keep students in the driver's seat. Here's the thing, you don't have to know it all. You just have to be passionate, have a skill set, and we're creating a will. We're building something. This place looks completely different from when I got here, and I feel like we're just getting started.